Me and my high school boyfriend have lived in the same town forever. We see each other once in a while over the last 40 years, and we're both 60 and recently reconnected. Thought it was just going to be a conversation, turned into him telling me how much he loves me still and has missed me over all these years, and on and on and on. And I got sucked in and feel the same way. And we're both married to somebody else. He's been married 40 years. I've only been married for 8 to the man that I'm married to now. He's very, very prominent in the state and in our city, so everybody knows him. One of his children has had cancer. He says he doesn't want to leave his wife. He's not unhappy with his wife. He doesn't dare leave his family, blow up his family because of this child. Well, he's not a child. He's an adult that has had cancer, needs to get into his 5-year mark, which is 2 more years, and still sees me and calls me and tells me we have a visceral kind of love, which I agree with, and don't know what to do.
What do you think you should do?
I don't know. That's why I'm calling.
I guess what I would tell you is it sounds as though you're being used as some sort of cocaine, if you will, as a distraction from the challenges of having a prominent job, of having a sick kid, of having a long 40-year marriages can get boring too. But you are this side fantasy of this alternative life he might have had he married you back when you all were high school sweethearts. And you get his heart rate up and you let him check out of the pressure of his day-to-day life. And then he's also been very clear with this will go nowhere.
For at least 2 years, which I don't know that I believe even the 2-year mark.
I wouldn't believe a single word spoken.
Okay. It's also very scary because I'm so invested. He also says he is. And I and have been very suicidal for years of my life.
Okay. What is that?
Attempted it 5 years ago. Didn't do a great job at that either.
Yeah.
It's just.
So are you actively suicidal now?
I'm not going to say I'm not.
Well, if you are, I'm going to have somebody come to your house today.
No, I don't want anybody to come to my house.
I know, but I love you enough to not just hang up the phone on you.
No, I'm working through that with a therapist. They wanted to put me in the hospital a couple weeks ago. I wouldn't let them. So,
but what if that's what you need to do is to go to a hospital?
I need to figure this problem out with this guy.
You've got it figured out. How many times have you been married? You said the guy you're married to now. Have you been married in the past?
Yes. This is my 4th.
Your 4th husband? Okay.
Yes.
And you want
my last one was 22 years.
Okay. Why did y'all end up breaking up?
He had lots and lots of girlfriends.
Okay.
For the last 13 years of our marriage.
Okay. What about the husband before him?
We were married for 5 years. He was doing drugs and hiding it in our house, and I had no idea. I just packed up my kids and left.
Yeah. Tell me about the guy you're married to now.
He's very calm, content. He's got agoraphobia, doesn't ever want to go do anything or go anywhere. He's going to be the 60-year-old guy that turns 90 really quick when he retires. He'll just sit on the couch and not do anything.
So maybe this affair you're having with this other guy is kind of your way to check out of the life you have and the life you see coming right at you also, huh?
Yeah. 100% I agree with you on that.
It's a way to go to a fireworks show without having to live with the reality of it all, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm content.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I was. Till the boyfriend came back in the picture.
Yeah.
Now, it's hard to get through every day.
Yeah. I think
somebody's telling me they have a visceral love for me that, and I have a husband that sits on the couch.
Yeah.
Who would do anything for me?
I know he would.
Or he's a nice guy. But
and usually prominent folks in different communities are very good at wordsmithing, right?
Yeah, he's an attorney.
Yeah, so he's good at speaking, and he knows how to say things, and he knows how to say the words to get somebody fired up.
Yeah.
And it may be that your current husband loves you to the moon and back. Like you say, he'd do anything for you. And he might not have the skill set to have a silver tongue and be able to, make you feel 16 again.
Yeah.
But here's the thing I'm hearing. You don't want to be this person.
What person?
I don't think it's in you to be cheating on a man that loves you.
It's wrong, I know.
But I think the wrong is bigger than the morality. Of course that's wrong. You pledged your fidelity to somebody. I think it's bigger than that. I think you know it's wrong because you know it's not real. It's a distraction. Because here's the thing. I had a visceral love for my girlfriend who ended up being my wife. I skipped final exams to go be with her. I skipped events. I just basically canceled things in my life. And so if there was a visceral love, regardless of, like, if this was a movie, then regardless of position, regardless of whatever, he leaves you and you'll go happily ever after. And so what he's describing isn't what that actually is.
No. I'm afraid when he ends it, that I'm also going to be done.
And that's where I'm not going to let you off the phone until I have a pretty firm commitment. Because you've also proven to yourself over the last 40 or 50 years that you can have painful things come into your life. Like when you found out the man that you loved was bringing drugs into your house. When you found out the man you loved was having multiple affairs. You found out that you can experience really painful moments and painful breakups, and you can keep going. You've been there before, and it hurts.
And it's hard.
It is hard. But you're worth hard.
I'm not. Oh,
you are.
I've never felt worth anything.
I don't care what you feel. I'm telling you the truth. Can we be honest and say Hannah's feelings always haven't been accurate over the course of her life?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So let's don't make permanent decisions based on a thermometer that we know doesn't always have the right temperature in it. Because the evidence that sits before me is you're a 60-year-old woman at the end of the third quarter, starting the fourth quarter of her life.
Yeah.
You got a fourth husband who you love, but he's a bump on a log.
Yeah.
and you'd like to see some kind of fire in him, at least for him to go take on the agoraphobia.
Yeah, he won't go anywhere.
I know. But maybe you have a counselor that can come to the house.
Oh, well, he started a counselor last week.
Well, that's amazing.
Oh,
Step one.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
in the same way that your body feels just alive when this other guy texts you, right?
Yeah.
The same way your body feels that way, his body feels on fire like that when he walks out of his house. And he just has to learn, in the same way you have to learn that that text message that you're getting isn't real. He's got to learn that his body's screaming at him, you're not safe, you're not safe. That alarm's not real either. I mean, the alarm is real, but it's not telling the truth.
Right.
And if he's seen a counselor, then that's a step in the right direction. That's fantastic.
Right.
I'd be really proud of a 60-year-old man saying, I don't want to live the last 30 years of my life like this. That's awesome.
Well, he doesn't think he has anything wrong.
Well, I know. No 60-year-old man does, right?
Oh, you're right. You're right. But at least he's willing to try.
That's right. So let's flip this whole thing around for a second, okay?
Okay.
What if you end it?
What if I end my marriage?
No, silly. What if you end this
Oh,
pretend affair?
I've tried. I've tried. And it doesn't work. It doesn't stay. If I say I'm done, within a few days, one of us has contacted each other.
Paint me a picture of how this ends.
I don't know.
I think you do.
He probably tells me that he can't do it anymore.
Mm-hmm. Or he gets
Because of his
caught and found
family.
out, and he loses everything. And y'all both get
Yeah.
dragged through the newspapers and through the internet.
Yeah, that could happen.
And let me just ask you a hard question. Do you want to be with a man who's in a 40-year marriage, its child is dying from cancer? I mean, does that sound like a person who's an integrist that then leaves that situation to go have some side action with Hannah? Let me just say, you're worth being loved more than that.
I feel loved when I'm with him, though.
That's because
I know
it's.
it's just-
I know, but it's because it's fake, because it's safe. I mean, it's an illusion. There's no responsibilities. He's not going to leave his dirty underwear on the floor, and he's not going to be gone late all the time. And he's not having to go sit with your kid getting interferon treatments in a cancer ward. I think what you feel is relief, because your day in and day out life is hard. You don't even like being in your own skin sometimes, right?
Most of the time.
Yeah. It's a relief.
It is a relief.
And so the real challenge is, how do I find relief and hang on to my values at the same time?
I don't know the answer to that.
I know, but that's the
And
question.
stay alive.
That's right. That's the question that you and your therapist work out together.
I don't know the answer. I don't know how I could not see him.
You can. You've done really tough stuff over the course of your life, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been through some things.
I bet you have. You're probably one of the strongest women I know.
I don't know about that. I get in the fight or flight, and I just want to leave.
That's right. And so in the same way, your husband gets into fight, flight, or freeze, and he wants to freeze, and he's teaching himself that he's got to go sometimes.
Yeah.
That's your new adventure. Is I'm not going to run from this. I'm actually going to sit in it, and I'm going to feel it, and it feels hot, and it feels painful, and then I'm going to go do the next right thing. Do you have any kids, Hannah?
I've got 3 grown boys that are very successful with families.
Okay. Do they know that you're struggling?
No.
Okay. I think it's time to let them know. Because they are not going to go have a conversation with your grandkids about how grandma died by suicide. We're not doing that. Fair?
We might do that.
Hannah, we're not doing that. Fair?
Okay.
Which one of your sons are you going to reach out to when we get off the phone here? 1, 2, or 3?
Maybe my oldest.
I need a confirmation that you're going to reach out and say that your mom is not doing okay.
Okay.
With your oldest, number 1?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, I promise you I will call him the moment I get off the phone with him and tell him that I'm not doing okay.
I'll call him.
And tell him I'm thinking about hurting myself.
He doesn't need to know that.
Hannah, either you're going to make that call or I'm going to send the authorities to your house within the next 15 minutes.
I'll call him.
Okay. Listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really grateful that you called. Okay?
Thank you for talking to me.
The world will be a worse place with you not in it. Okay? That's why you're going to stay in it, right?
Yeah.
I need you to hear me say, I need to hear you say, I'm going to stay alive in this world.
I'm going to try.
Nope. I'm going to stay alive in this world.
I'm going to stay alive in this world.
Thank you for honoring me with that.
Thank you for your help.
All right. You're going to call your boy right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm proud of you for making that phone call.
Thank you.
All right. Talk to you soon, okay?
Okay. Bye.